hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here's Wilson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He's at the 50, 30, 10.
Right down there.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll run right side with Mostert. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw hauled in by QT here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A run for Nick Chubb. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. On the ground, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 5 now. Wilson drops it off for Chubb. Touchdown, Bengals. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Mayfield on play action. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Flush to his right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, change.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Caleb Farley, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going deep for Hill. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nyheim Hines with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down, here's Chubb again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play fake. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Wilson's throw there complete to Allen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run for it. Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big-time play there on fourth down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Elijah Mitchell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals got into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run with Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the fourth quarter. Try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure's...
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Mayfield, a quick slant to Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Bengals 14. Rodrigo Blankenship sets the kickoff.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.